COVID-19, Malaysia extends on interstate travel until after Hari Raya celebrations. It will be the second year in a row for many cities in Malaysia not being able to return home to celebrate to eat with their family to mark the end of 1 month fasting Ramadan. This after the government has decided to extend the interstate travel ban till after the Eid celebration in the middle of May. The status of COVID-19 infections in most states is unstable and the clusters related to social activities and education are on the rise, following a rising number of COVID-19 cases involving schools and social activities. More than 80 schools have been closed temporarily across the country since they were opened last month after cases were reported, and now parents are worried and frustrated too. To rein in a rapid rise in school clusters, the Education Ministry has announced that all schools will be closed for 2 weeks in a row after the Eid celebration and reverts to home-based learning, but not all students are ready for online learning even 1 year on. The rate of bin infection in populated Selangor and Kuala Lumpur, the cases are going to rise further and more than 1,500 cases have died since the pandemic struck, and almost 400,000 have been infected so far. I am NURHAFIZA reporting the news.
Today's news about the Indian capital New Delhi has extended its lockdown for another week as the country set a global record for daily coronavirus infection for 4th day in a row. Almost 350,000 new cases were reported in the last 24 hours. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the India had been shaken by a storm and urged people to get vaccinated. Patients continue to arrive at hospitals struggling to breathe, needing urgent treatment. But the health system is close to collapse. Almost 350,000 new cases in the latest daily figures, another record. What's needed above all is oxygen. Patients are dying because it's running out. But these are the scenes inside many hospitals, pushed to the limits. The World Health Organization says the situation in India is a devastating reminder of what coronavirus can do, and the doctors are feeling the strain. In the state of Uttar Pradesh, hospital staff are among those queuing up trying to get supplies of oxygen. The government says it's distributing it to some of the hardest hit areas using the train and also the plane. The Air Force has been called in to help. Custom duties on import of medical-grade oxygen have been axed to try to boost the availability, but critics say it's too little, too late. Earlier this year, the Indian government thought it had beaten the virus with cases falling, vaccines were being exported, and the health minister said India was in the end game of the pandemic. But the emergence of new variants as well as mass gatherings has completely changed the picture. The US is promising additional support to India to tackle what it's calling an horrific outbreak. With record numbers of new cases and deaths, there will be many tough days ahead. STELAH DENIS, World News.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad HAFIZAM bin TALIB. My metric number is S55587. Today, I will be reporting about economic news. The Ministry Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs (KPD and HAP) busted a syndicate that stole 1 kilogram subsidies cooking oils in the last 6 months, believed to be worth 15 million ringgit.
Putrajaya, KPD and HAP Deputy Enforcement Director's Operations Shamsul Nizam Khalid said they managed to expose the syndicate's tactic during a raid at industrial premise in Taman Pasir Puteh, Pasir Gudang, here around 2 a.m. today. KPD and HAP found a total of 10,149 1 kilogram packets of cooking oil and 4.5 tons of cooking oil inside a tank with an overall value of 280,000 ringgit. The syndicate has been operating since last year, adding that their modus operandi was to obtain cooking oil supply from several factories and licensed wholesalers in Klang, Vile, Pahang, Kedah and Perak. The case was being investigated under the Control of Supplies Act 1961, which provided for a fine up to 1 million ringgit or imprisonment for 3 years or both, and also under Section 41A of the Anti-Money Laundering, Anti-Terrorism Financing and Proceeds from Illicit Activity Act 2001.
That's all the report from me. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to the Sport News. I'm IRFAN with you, and let's begin with the top sport story. Today, the Big Six Premier League football club have announced to join the breakaway European Super League. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea and Tottenham, and this move have been condemned by Premier League and the fans. The player could be banned from taking any competition, including play for the country. What is European Super League? Under the proposal, the European Super League campaign would start in August each year with midweek feature, and the clubs would be split into two groups of 10, playing each other home and away. The top 3 in each group would qualify for the quarter-final, with the team in 4th and 5th playing a 2-leg playoff for the 2 remaining spots. From then on, it would have the same 2-leg knockout format used in the Champions League before a single-leg final in May at a neutral venue. The European Super League said it would generate more money than the Champions League and would result in a greater distribution of revenue throughout the game. The new leagues include staggering sums of money that will be handed to the participating clubs. About $5 billion has been committed to this new project by the American bank, and this will come after European clubs' finances have been hard hit by the coronavirus pandemic, which is one of the reasons why so many Europe's biggest clubs have decided that right now is the right time to form a European Super League after years of on-off discussion about such a project. For the next story is, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says he is doing all he can to convince Edison Cavani to stay at Manchester United, and that evenings like the victory over Roma on Thursday must help his cause. The Uruguay international struck twice, assisted 2 more and earned a penalty as the Reds roared back from 2-1 down at the break to win 6-2 with a devastating display of attacking football, with the striker still deciding on his future amid talk of a possible return to South America this summer. The manager is in no doubt that he would love the popular centre-forward to take up the option of a second year at Old Trafford. You can see the difference in him when he's worked on his fitness. He's making up for lost time, it looks like. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.
Hello people. Welcome to the last part of this segment, which is entertainment news. My name is bin Azmi, and I will talking about the funny clip between the animal and their pet owner. Let's go watch the clip, shall we?
Okay, next for the next clip, we see the monkey try to run from the owner. And for the next, which is we see the gorilla eating something, and he do a spinning rolling on the ground until it dizzy. That is absolutely hilarious.
Hey!
And next we see the monkey trying to eat water from the bottle, and then you see the monkey, which is the orangutan, just staring at the.
And also for the last reminder, remember to follow the SOP, standard procedure, and take care of your health. And don't forget to wear a mask when you are being at the outside and in the crowd of people. Thank you.